Woo! Got Brad here. What's up, Brad?
What up?
Brad is picking up the old M50 motor and trans and trading me a 5.3. Yeah. Hopefully it's not locked up. Well, when you go to turn the motor over and water comes out of the intake, is never a good sign. I'm gonna try to blow it out with the air hose. It's spinning over at least, so it's not completely locked up. But Brad ended up giving me 150 bucks. Thank you, Brad, very much. He gave me 150 bucks for the motor and trans with the ECU wiring harness. So the motor, you know, it runs, but who knows the deal with it. Transmission's worth 80 to 100 bucks, and then that ECU is worth probably 100. So he hooked me up with a little bit of that for the 150. I appreciate it. Made the sale easy. Gave me this motor. Worst case with the motor, maybe I'll just use it for mocking stuff up. I don't know. But I want to see if I can't get it to spin over and check compression and all that and see what happens. It's worth messing with, so why not? That 5.3. You good at that?
You like it? You gotta smooth motions.
The motor's turning over, like I said earlier.
Anybody need a Mickey?
Yeah.
It's fresh.
We're gonna open the drain bolt and pour ATF or something into this thing and just go to town and try to get as much water out of it as we can. All right, so when we pulled the oil filter, oil came out. That's a good sign. Now we're about to drop the drain plug and see what comes out of this mess. If it's baby batter, that's bad. If it's oil, we might be in good shape. That's good.
Hey, look, it looks mostly like oil.
That's a good sign. Where's that flashlight? Let's see what comes out on the top of it.
Looks just like really dirty oil, to be honest with you.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I can't say for sure that I see metal shavings, but I mean, there's so much crap in here, who knows?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be fine. It's a V8. It's a Chevy V8 too, so.
I think that's bubbles.
Yeah, I think it's
Not
bubbles as
flakes.
well. Awesome. Yeah.
It's good. This is good so far. It's turning over. It's got water in it, but if we're lucky, the cylinder walls aren't completely fucked. These were the worst too. Make sure you get some in the worst too.
This brake clean just sucks so bad.
It's better than water.
You know what? I'm not even so sure.
This is a backyard engine building at its finest. We're doing everything we possibly can not to have to pull the heads off this thing. Because that's 80 bucks. As soon as you pull the heads off, it's 80 bucks.
Yep.
At least, because you got to do head gaskets and head bolts, because they're not reusable.
Oh, God, it's so bad.
The lighter.
No, it's not inflammable. It's stupid.
Do it so that it's... Yeah, there we go.
Alright, watch your face.
Oh, nice. What's that misfire? Jeez, Justin.
It keeps doing that.
All right, we poured ATF into all the cylinders. Go ahead. Hydro locked yet?
Yep.
Cool. You spin it the other way. Nice. I feel better and better about this motor. It's hit me in the funny bone. How much flack are we going to catch from people about this? Probably not much, right? Free engine, though. You can't say that. I haven't released that information yet. I got to cut that out now.
No, you don't, because at this point, there's...
No, I got to slowly introduce them. So that part where you said what you said, I'm going to cut out, and then we're going to talk, and they're going to be like, man, what the fuck did they say? I'm like, you're going to have to just wait until the next episode when I decide to show you what I'm talking about.
Or...
No, there ain't no ors.
You can mute that part.
The motherfuckers can read lips.
Did you see my lips?
No, I don't think so. So while that's sitting, we're going to pull the valve covers off. It's an 8. OMG. So we're going to pull the valve covers off and have a little look-see at the valve train. See if there's any critters living in there. It's very possible that there are critters.
Like little bug shell casings.
Yeah, little critters. Crickety crack. I cut my finger. It does look like ATF kind of, but it's definitely blood.
Wow.
Ooh, lots of miles. Lots of miles. Look at all them miles.
That does not look great.
Looks like a lot of miles.
Is that what you're calling that?
Or a lot of not oil change. Look at the sludge down in there. Right there. Where the bolts go.
Yeah, the head bolts. It's not, it's just dried.
Dried sludge. There it is.
Seen better days.
This looks like my LS1 when I first bought it.
Really? Is that
Yeah, it was pretty fucked. So this thing probably needs bearings.
Maybe.
Or we say, fuck it! Because free engine.
Yeah, I think what we're going to do is pull all the rockers and, like, just sit them in ATF as well. And
Why?
just try to make sure they're not all super... Just actually, the damn thing's turning.
Why don't we just pour ATF in it?
Yeah, we can do that. It's not hard to pull it. Wow. This side was way worse.
Nice. Okay, we've got the jumper cables hooked up. We got jumper cables hooked up to the Miata. Thank you, Miata. Donor motor assistance, you know what I'm saying? We're going right to the... Don't tighten the dog shit out of it.
I'm not. I'm trying to get it started. Is this the right end?
Yeah. Anyways, we got the cables hooked up to the starter. We're going to try to see if we can't do a compression test. These were the 2 cylinders that had a lot of water in them. This one was the worst one, but this one definitely had water in it too. Okay, just chill. You're good, right?
No, just relax.
It doesn't stop turning. Have you used this thing in a while?
This one doesn't stop turning?
No,
Just
and it'll get stuck.
We're good.
And it'll get stuck.
We're good.
It'll get fucking stuck, Justin.
Sorry, I'm all amped up. Dude.
It's not a good sign. Okay, so we had like 30 psi on this cylinder before. We've dumped some oil into it, cleaned it out with some brake clean. We're getting better results. We're going to give this one a shot, see if we get anything decent. It's improving.
The small pack wasn't doing anything.
It helped a little bit. Anyways, it's slowly dropping right now, so we definitely have an air leak, but it looked like it got to about 75 or so, which is better than 30. Yeah.
If we could take some compression off of cylinder 4 and add it to cylinder 8.
Yeah, cylinder 4 jumped up to like 250. So I think them rings are all over the place. You know, if we could get this thing running, warmed up, and I think a lot of stuff would break free. I think it would help a lot.
Maybe like 1 or 2 oil changes right off the bat.
Yeah. We'll put some oil down in it and let it sit. See if that helps with our numbers at all. Maybe hope break those rings free a little bit.
It's pretty much just seen water for the past God knows how long, so this can only help.
Hopefully.
Maybe not enough, but we'll see what happens.
We were able to get 90 PSI with, you know, jumper cables for the starter off of this one time. And then did we get 90 for this one?
We got 150 to 180 for this one.
Really?
Yeah.
What was this one?
Same. And then all of these, I think this was 90 and 90 the first time, but we didn't try them after adding oil. So these probably improved too, ideally.
Right.
And then this one was, I think, 150 to 180, and that was fucking 250.
Yeah.
260.
So the motor's got compression on all the cylinders.
It's trying to do something.
It's all
cool.
over the place.
Yeah.
I think we can get it to run. It should do V8 things.
I think it's gonna run, and poorly maybe, but it'll still run, and that's pretty good for what we've got going on
Right.
here.
We'll see how it goes. I want to run this thing on the engine stand and see what it sounds like. And if it sounds, semi-healthy, then fucking send it.
Hell yeah.
Free engine for the win.
Yep.
With the setup that I'm going for, pulling this thing out is not going to be difficult. So blow it up.
Yeah, who cares? Be like an oil change, really. No, that's nice.
Okay, got a harness from the junkyard, an ECU from the junkyard, got the fuel rail injectors and intake from Zach. Thank you, Zach. And I want to try to make this thing run off of starter fluid or brake clean or something today. But I got to cut up that harness and make it work. So a little bit of time and effort, but it should be fun. Much excite. It's already filming.
Look it, do it.
Do you want to spray some in there? I gotta get this set the starter up. Ready?
Oh, start. Woo! Let's do another one. Hold on.
Keep it going.
Hold on.
That's fucking, it just shit all over me. What in the hell? Ugh.
Hold on. Damn.
I think we've like flooded it or something.
Well, we only got an injector. We don't have any fuel to it. This is the fuel, and it dissipates pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So if you can get it to go, I can try and spray some in there.
Damn.
So this is how you run an LS on a cheap-ass Harbor Freight engine stand, and it almost falls over. Got to get yourself a battery. You get a computer out of your friend's car that's already ready to run. You take all your pinks, right? And you just splice them all together. And the two oranges, and 2000 LM7 5.3. All the fucking powers together, all the three grounds together. You cut those off of this guy. You run your power to your battery. You don't need no fuses or nothing. That'll work fine. You can do your engine ground to your battery like that. Boom. And you got to get yourself a fuel system set up. Truck intake's easier because it's got the fuel pressure regulator right on the rail. So you get some clamps and a little hose. And I set up a little bucket. This is real safe, like fuel pump sticking in the bottom there, return line right there, power line. Run it so it doesn't hit your flex plate. That would be bad. You got to run this thing on used engine oil, the used engine oil special, and it starts right on up, which I will show you later. It's pretty straightforward if you aren't afraid to splice some shit together.
Well, this is gonna happen anyway, right? So
Yeah, you're gonna
if
do
you're doing a
that.
swap-
If you're doing a swap, you're gonna do that anyway. So you might as well, for testing, you might as well throw it up on there. I want to get a coolant. I want to get a radiator hooked up to this bitch.
let it run for a
Get it,
while.
yeah, let it run, let it warm up, see if we got blown head gaskets and whatnot. Yeah,
Let's give the people what they want that time.
What, you want to start it again?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll film.
I don't know what you did.
You got to do the fuel pump. You need the fuel pump wire and the ECU wire to positive. Make sure we're not. Yeah, look, it's sitting right on there. You got to be a little more careful, Justin.
Oh,
It's already rubbed. It's already rubbed through.
Oh, run it over the top of the mount there. There you go. Up top, over top of it.
Over top of the whole engine.
No, you don't have to go.
We can go over top of the whole engine actually. It's a little safer.
Alright.
We don't want to spark. We don't want sparks near our gasoline. That'll be bad.
Good?
But you can start the fuel now. Oh, a little fuel leak. Oh shit. Our fuel pressure regulator is leaking. Do it again. It just came out of the vacuum line hose. It's kind of strange. I might need a fuel rail. Just leave it hooked up. What are you doing?
I'm waiting for you to see what's going on.
Okay, if you hook up the power, it's good. It stopped leaking. See, we got our return fuel, safety first. We got ECU power. We're gonna start this thing up right here using our old starter, our key.